Hi everyone, hope everyone's doing well. My name is Jeremy. I am the Midwest rep for Collins Sports Medicine, and I wanted to throw together this quick instructional video to highlight this new and exciting tool that we just came out with called the Collins Sports Medicine Bid List. Now, this is a tool that's going to help save time as you put together your bid lists, your quotes, and it's going to save you a lot of headache in the process as well. So hopefully you find this interesting and valuable, and so let's get into it. The very first thing you'll have to do is you will probably get a notification when you open it up because it is a macro enabled file. So you'll either have to click to enable your macro in this dialog box that pops up, or for some users, depending on your settings, once you go into the file, you'll see this in the ribbon, the security warning, where you have the option to enable content. That will do the exact same thing. So click that, you'll enable your macros, and you'll be able to use the functionality that is in the tool. So without further ado, let's get into it and let's go through a couple examples. All right, now that we've opened up the tool, the very first thing you'll notice is the number of yellow boxes. These are submission forms that are required to be filled out in order for us to accurately get you back a quote. So the very first thing you have to do is fill out your own customer information or school information. So here you just put your contact name. I'll put my name. Your organization, your clinic, or your school. So my alma mater is Ohio University. So that is what I will do. Your address, we'll do 200 Richland. Your city, being Athens. And I don't know if you noticed in the dialog box, but this is for a limited number of states. So if you are from a state that does not appear on this list, please give me a call or an email, and we can get that sorted out. But for this case, we'll go Ohio 45701. Phone, doesn't really matter what the format is. You can just put it in here. 6. And email, jeremy.langdon@collinsports.com. All right, so let's get started. There are 3 different ways that we can input data into this form to make it easier to submit bids. The very first one is if you know the Collins item number. Now, this could either mean you have it memorized, you have a super good memory, and you just know every product in a catalog, or you have flipped through the catalog and there's a certain product that you see that you want to add to the list, whether that be in a physical catalog or a digital catalog. So let's start with a couple examples here, and let's say you know that you want some Mueller M-tape. So you know in the Collins catalog is number 130105. What you'll notice after you hit enter is that it will populate the item description just to verify that that is the correct number. And then you will have a price, which, because most of these submissions will be for clinics or schools, this is going to be a quote anyway, so that is more for reference. And then you'll also have the catalog number here, which you'll be able to, if you wanted to, scroll back into your digital or physical catalog and just to kind of cross-reference to make sure that you are indeed choosing the correct product. Now, what I mentioned earlier about all the yellow boxes being necessary, you'll notice that under quantity, it populated a yellow box. So this means I can't give anybody a quote without knowing how many cases of tape they would like. So let's go with 10 cases just because. And now I have all the information that I need in order to submit a quote. We have the item number, description, quantity, and we can go ahead and go from there. So let's do another one. Let's say we want some Gatorade water bottles, and we know that the number is GA33. Enter, same thing. It populates everything right here. It is on page 158 in our catalog, just in case you needed to check it. And we will be wanting maybe 50 of those. So that's the first way. The second way is if you're like me, you don't have a super good memory, and you just want to search a database based on keywords for the product you're interested in. So for this example, let's say we want a game ready unit and a couple elbow wraps. I do not know offhand what the catalog number is or the Collins item number is. So let's go here where it says search product database and click that. It's going to bring up this dialog box which is available for search. So let's start searching for game ready. It's going to take a little bit to populate just given the amount of items here. So game ready units. And right here we have two that come up, one being the Med4 Elite and the other being the one that we like, the regular game ready unit. So we click it, we highlight it, and we hit add to list. Same thing as before, it populated everything. Now it gives you the item number that we did not know before. But because of this yellow, we still need to fill that out. So let's say we want one of those units. Next thing, let's do the wraps. Same type of thing. We'll go search for it, game ready. We can scroll if that's enough information. We can scroll and find it. Maybe we want to cull it down a little bit more. So we'll say elbow, and this is our wrap right here. So we'll say add to list, and we want two of those. So that's how that works. Now if you'll notice, we have this column here that we haven't really touched yet, and so the next couple examples I'm going to show you how we can utilize this. This is for products that need additional information such as color, size, maybe a left or right orientation. So let's go with a McDavid Thud short. I don't know the order or the item number, so I'm going to search it with the product database. I'm going to search McDavid, and we'll go Thud short. All right, let's do a dual density medium pair. We'll hit add to list. Most of the times, if you'll scroll through our Collins catalog and you see an X at the very end, it means there's additional information that we need. And because I put it in here, there are now two boxes that are highlighted yellow. So the quantity, which will get a quote on 3 of those, and then here we can specify what color we would like. So we have black, white, gray. Let's go with black. Now we don't need to ask any more information of you. We can take this, give you the proper quote, and hopefully on your order everything will be fine and accurate. So the next situation, we will do the same thing, except we'll do it with a shoulder brace. So let's say we're looking for a max shoulder brace. Let's go with large. Similar thing, you have a yellow box here, a yellow box here. We only want one, we only want to be quoted on one. And now instead of color, it's just going to ask me left or right. So for this one, I'm going to say right. So that's how that works. The third and final way that we can use this tool is if we're looking for an item that we don't know the item number, and it's not necessarily something that is in our catalog. Perhaps we have it in warehouse and it's just not in our catalog, or it's something that you know we have with like a quote on it, and we would just have to go ahead and do a little additional research to find it. So for this instance, let's say we're looking at a new product called Jeremy's Tape. We think the item number is 12345. This item is not found in our catalog, so they're telling us to use the manual bid form. All right, so maybe as one last option, let's search for it. Jeremy, and that's not coming up with anything. Let's a couple different ways. Let's try tape and then JER. Nope, nothing. All right, so we're pretty confident we don't have that in our product database. in our catalog anyway. So what we can do is we can just get rid of this, and down here where you see manual entries, this is for those situations where you just need to tell us enough information for us to do the research and get you the quote on the item you need. So the only yellow boxes here right now are the description. So here, just whatever you need to tell us to get us the quote. We'll do Jeremy's tape, 1.5 inches, and let's say white. Hit enter. We'll obviously need to know how many you'd like, so 2. If you'd like to fill in some of this other information, just to be a little bit more specific, you can certainly do so. It's not required. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unit, we'll do case. Brand, we'll do Jeremy Co. Unit price, again, it's more for reference, but we'll do 50. Okay, so that is all that we'll need, and once you submit this entire form for a quote, we'll be able to look at both of these tabs and get you a quote on everything. And so we can just add, Jeremy's tape. We'll do 2-inch black and 3 cases. And this is perfectly acceptable too. That's enough information for us to get you an accurate quote back. If you want to return back to the main bid, you can either select this tab here, or there's a link here that'll just take you right back. So that's that. The only other thing I kind of want to go through is how to, let's say you get through the entire thing, you have a whole list put together, and you go back and you say, you know what, I don't really need a quote on the Gatorade water bottles. So all you'll have to do is go back and scroll over, select the cell, hit delete on your keyboard and enter, and it'll just completely take it off. You can leave it like this. If you want to take the 50 out, you can certainly do so. Again, not required. And then even though we do have this blank row here, if you are looking to add product to the list, let's say we're looking for scissors, and let's say some just your generic cuticle 3.5 inch scissors. We can add it, and it's going to add to the next row, and we'll need 4 of those. So this is really all we need now. The next step you would do is you would save it to either your desktop or your desired folder, and you would email it to me. You can either respond to a previous email that I've sent you before, or you can click here and it'll open up hopefully an email that'll have my address here, as well as just a kind of pre-populated subject line, and you can attach the file and we will get the quote back to you as soon as we can. So I hope this tool is able to save you some time, hopefully some headache, as you put together your bid list for the upcoming season. Use it as a reference if you're just looking for specific item numbers or catalog prices. If you're looking for, where product might be in our catalog, you can certainly use it for that as well. And if you do have any questions, you can give me a call or an email. And if you find this tool valuable, or if you think that there's anything that can be added in terms of functionality to the tool, leave a comment below. I'd be more than happy to read them and take them into account as we kind of make more iterations in the future, and to make the bid process a little easier for you guys. So thanks for watching the video, and like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to give me an email.